Today I want to take you on a tour of my 2020 garden. What do I have planned for this spot, not only for this year, but for the future? I really am enjoying this sunshine. After a week of freezing rain, snow, and slush, the sun has finally come out. So I apologize in advance if I'm a little squinty out here. I am in the garden and I am garden dreaming. Oh man, that's bright. I'm in the garden. I can't even do it. I can't do it. But I can't sit here and talk to you with my eyes closed the whole time. What if I put up my hood? Will that shade my eyes enough? Like that? There we go. That I think is okay. It's probably not as great a shot, but at least the sun's not blinding me. So let's start by taking an overview of the farm here. Right now what you're seeing is the top of our house, the big red barn, and to the south end of that is where this garden is that I'm in now. This is what we'll call our kitchen garden, our market garden, our potager garden, whatever you want to call it. For now I'm just calling it the garden. And then immediately to the west of that is our rabbitry, our beehives. If you move more north, you're going to see our chicken coop and our rabbit tractors. At the northwest part of our property, we have some fruit trees planted. For the past 5 years, I've been learning about animal husbandry. We've raised pigs, rabbits, cows, chickens, ducks, and turkeys for our own meat and eggs here on the farm. I've also been learning beekeeping, and this year we had a great honey harvest. Each year I've also put in a little garden, somewhat of a garden, but I haven't ever been super successful at it. I really, taking care of the animals just seems to come more natural to me. But this year, 2020, this is the year of the garden for me. I have a new mantra for this year. It is some to savor, some to store, some to sell, and some to share. Let's dive in and take a closer look to each area. Let's start here in the orchard. We have 4 apple trees, 3 different varieties, and we have 5 peach trees planted. This eventually may become a food forest or a permaculture orchard where we would have things growing on the ground cover and the understory, and then have our fruit and nut trees as well. But I'm happy to say we finally started. We've at least got some fruit planted, and in the next couple of years, hopefully we can begin to harvest that. Along the south side of the house, I'd really like to build some cold frames. At this point, I just don't see a greenhouse happening in our near future. I think cold frames would be a little easier for us to build, and in this location they would get the reflected light from the wall, and they would also get the south sun. I think they do really well there, and I probably would just do wooden boxes with old windows on them for the lids. I'm not sure, but that's in the plan for some point in the future. In this area between the garden and where the ground dips, I don't know if you can see it so well in the video, but it slants down from both the house and the garden. And so on the part where it goes from the garden down towards the house, I want to put a few rows of berries in there, probably some blackberries, maybe raspberries. I don't know. I don't know how close you can have those. I don't know if they cross-pollinate and cause issues or not. But we would like to put some berries in there. That gives you a general overview of what we want to do outside of this garden. Those are all future projects that I have in mind, dreams and plans yet to come. But right now, this year, my focus is going to be here in this garden. So let's take a look around. So these 2 areas that I'm outlining right now, this was our garden about a year ago. So you can see we've expanded it quite a lot from there. The full garden space is now a 76 by 25 or 28 feet garden, so we have a pretty good size, a lot of room to work with, and I've spent a lot of time dreaming, a lot of time looking at Pinterest, a lot of time watching other YouTube videos, and so I have this idea in my mind, so I'm really going to try to describe it to you as I walk through it, and hopefully you can see what I can see when I take my garden and I overlay the pictures of what other people have done. So the first thing as we come through the doors into the garden, I want you to imagine that you're walking through a trellis and it's covered in flowers or grapes or melons, I don't know what, but I want to have this fragrant, beautiful, flowery entrance that you walk through, and then straight ahead I would love to have a bird bath there and have a couple chairs around it, and this could be a place where I could come out, take a break in between weeding, have a seat and do some gardening, dreaming, drink some coffee or tea in the morning. Just a nice quiet spot to enjoy nature. To the left you can see the compost bins that we built right into the end of the garden wall. That's going to make it convenient for me to take compost and spread it around the garden, because you're going to add to the compost pile little bits at a time, but when I want to go spread it around, it's probably going to be a lot. So I thought if I had it right there, that'd make it really convenient. This middle section where I'm sitting right now has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 beds in it. And this is probably where I'm going to start my garden this year. These will be the first beds that I plant out. And it's just fun to imagine them bursting with life. Right now I look around and I see logs and I see portions of cattle panels and I see some old T-posts and a pallet, and there's not much here. But when I use my dream, when I use my vision, I just see lettuces and radishes and carrots and strawberries and all sorts of yummy stuff growing here. As we move farther west in the garden, you can see I've got this black plastic down. That has been down there for a whole year now. This past season, I only used this one area over here for my corn, my Three Sisters garden, and that's pretty much all I planted. So I covered up those old beds. There's another 6 beds over there between the 2 cattle panels, and so that hopefully this year they wouldn't be as overrun with weeds. So I'm excited about what's going to happen there. Also, along this northern wall between those 6 beds and the exterior, I want to get some bamboo sticks and build like some bean teepee things to kind of weave through over there. I want to grow enough food so that it's functional and it makes money for us and it's well producing. But I also want it to have some whimsy. I want to have some curved paths. I want to walk around the corner and see a surprise. I want to add some more trellising. I may do a tunnel of some sort through here if I can find the place for it. On the one hand, you could look around in here and it could be kind of depressing because there's so much work that needs to be done. But then I think about how far I've come and how much of my dream is coming true, and I get excited. It's almost a blank slate. Anything can happen in here, and I'm in 100% control of that. I mean, you know, there's weather and we make plans and God laughs. I know that, but basically, you know, I'm in control of how much work I put into it. I'm in control of what I plant where. I'm in control of changing the design, and so it's just super exciting and fun. We'll get it done. It'll be good. It's gonna be good. I'm pretty excited. I don't have a real excited face. It's kind of funny because some people are very smiley and all that, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm excited. This is my excited face. I'm really excited. It was so nice last year when the corn and everything was growing, and the minute I walked in the garden, it was like walking into a little fairy jungle. It was just amazing, and I'm looking forward. That keeps me going on these winter days, you know, because it does get kind of cold and dreary, but knowing that spring is coming, and so I better get to work, huh? And I'm glad that you're along for the journey. So thanks for joining me as I dream of my garden and my apiary and my orchard. And I look forward to sharing it with you for the rest of 2020 and beyond. I'm just taking a look over here at my rooster. Hey, buddy. What's going on? Hi. You coming in to say hello? Yeah? If he jumps me during the video, it might go viral. He hasn't yet, but he does make me a little nervous. Hey, bud, you're awful close there. All right, you guys keep an eye out. Let me know if he's doing anything strange back there.